No niin. Eli tää on nyt mun eka striimi tänne mun uudelle kanavalle, jossa me siis katsotaan kaikkia Overwatch-lagojen liittyviä videoita ja tehdään laatukontenttia siitä. Ja TikTokiin tulee myöskin näistä kyseisistä aiheista videoita, joten käykää ottamassa TikTokikin haltuun tuolta descriptionista. Ja sitten, no, en mä oikein muuta keksi. Mutta siis nyt tässä striimissä olisi tarkoitus katsoa tää DallasFuel vastaan London Spitfire Countdown Cup, joka tuli noin 6 tuntia sitten suomalaisessa, kun tää striimi alkoi siis kello 10.18. Niin, juu. Mutta ei mulla sitten muuta. Mennään katsomaan sitä peliä silleen, että ette kuule ehkä ääniä, mutta se on vaan hyvä, niin mä en saa mitään bännejä YouTubelta. Eikö se ole näin hyvä? Niin mennään katsomaan tätä striimiä. Sitten pieni. Pieni. Mä tarkistan, että minkälaiselta tää näyttää. Selvä, ihan hyvä tää näyttää. Ei yhtään huono. Juu, mennään tänne sitten aloitetaan tää striimi hyvästä kohdasta. Mä en tiedä, antaakohan YouTube mulle siitä bännejä, että mä pistän äänet tänne.
I don't know how you rush down a Reaper though. Like Reaper's not exactly the target you want to, like, as you see Backbone almost get deleted there, like just kind of ram into. This might be actually pretty hard to play against here for the London Spitfire.
Yeah, playing against a Reaper when you're Ryan is about, you have to run it down, you can't be indecisive because your shield is gonna break, you can force out the Wraith, and you have a Sombra that can at least have some backline pressure, so it's really about
tässä Spitfirella tulee heti alkuun aika hyvä lähtö. Näin, aloitusta, mutta ottakaa hetki, mä kuvaan.
And with this comp, and especially a Mei, they're gonna want to hold that main choke, but here comes DallasFuel from the right side. They've walled off Edison, who still has the Wraith. He can make it to the other door. Looks like DallasFuel already breaking down that wall, and you have an EMP almost ready from Sparker.
Yeah, I was gonna say the EMP coming up next here should be huge, because like Sparker can probably just play from this outside, come on a little bit of a flank, as seems like they've spotted him, a little bit of a ping there. So they get a hack on a hottie. Now you expect them to push in and trying to get a hack on it.
Okei, mä en oo saamassa bännejä varmaan tästä hyvästä sitten.
Sparker is getting harassed by a Lucio and not popping the translocate yet, but yeah, you'll have to wait for that in a second. EMP from Doha hits at least 3. Con keeps the team up with the coalescence as London just hoped to bunker down on the objective, use that Ryan shield. EMP from Sparker to lash back at the Fuel, who are lacking DPS, and without that, not wanting to take a fight.
Mitä siellä tapahtuu? London Spitfire pistää DallasFuelin siis
It's just the
Sparkeri
demon
ei
who's always
kun
on
se ei
his back.
kuole vuorolla, se
Yeah,
on pro.
Dallas ends up using the nano there on Edison,
Mutta-
and they're not able to take the point. As now they move off. They
Hänpin
have
pääsee
the
nyt
grab.
sarjalla kyllä
They're also
sisään
gonna
ihan
get
hyvin.
very close to the sound barrier, but Backbone has the blizzard.
Hottie still has a good shield, and yeah, you throw the blizzard down defensively from Backbone to stop Fuel from following up with that grab. 2 kills immediately for London Spitfires. Edison gets his brains
Ja hei,
knocked
muistakaa
out.
ihmiset
He
tilata
fights in a
kanava.
row for London. One more away to take the
Muistakaa
round.
tilata kanava.
And this is the type of comp I think you were kind of like, hey, if there's something weird you can pull out today, maybe steal the first map. This is the type of comp that would do it. We have not seen really anybody play this type of way as Hottie goes in for the shatter, gets knocked down, slapped right away.
Backbone just decides to ice block on top of him. Not sure why. He has the sound mirror engage along with the Edison Death Blossom that got canceled real quick. London not looking so healthy. Backbone 1 HP. Hottie missing. London, we'll see if they can still hold. Yeah, they're actually not even on the point to defend it. So that'll be a quick flip.
Yeah, I think you give it up. Once you lose Hottie, I think especially now that you're so close to EMP, you give it up for this short period of time. You can actually EMP plus Coalescence and probably put this round away.
TikTokin.
That's an EMP from Sparker hitting 2 from the DallasFuel. Fuel they're holding for the Nano, wanting to maybe give it to Hanbin. He looks pretty charged up, and he does. He delivers it with love. But how does DallasFuel really push away London? Any fight loss for Fuel will cost them the round. And Hottie, that was actually a massive anti from Fielder. Hits Hottie and Admiral, and those kills just followed through from the DallasFuel. Without Fielder, it's not looking amazing, but you have Hanbin at 80 energy and Edison there. You got bubbles galore, so London will have to give this up.
Yeah, that biotic grenade, like you mentioned, was massive. Fielder connects with 2 players, Hottie being one of them, and you get that Reinhardt, dislodge him off of the point. It's massive, as now you're starting to make a little bit of a comeback here if you're the DallasFuel. You've started to get rolling once you've switched over to the Sojourn to combo with this Reaper.
Really good awareness from London. They saw, they saw the reinforcements of Fielder just coming out from the middle of the map. They had the May wall up, so he wasn't even able to escape, and Fuel couldn't reconnect in time. But they do throw the grab, and London are knocked down like pins. Doha with a 2K, Edison with a 2K. Fuel are making a 0 to 100 comeback potentially.
It feels like a lot of fight wins, but still only at 60% here on the point. In London, they've had like numerous opportunities now with like big ultimate combos to use. This time they'll have a Shatter plus a Blizzard to use potentially. It's nice timing on trying to knock down the May wall into the.
No niin, nyt Spitfire Hadi vetää, mutta ei se shatteri ei vaan osunut niihin.
So as soon as Hottie stepped up, he'd have to deal with him first. Blizzard now thrown from Backbone, who had to sacrifice his life as all of Fuel are frozen up. It's about London finishing off the kills. But not having Backbone there, and Sparker probably translocated out. Hottie is dead. They couldn't do anything with that Blizzard despite Fuel being all locked up. And this is coming down to the last fight.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 fights in a row where London had some kind of combo to use to get an advantage, and they're not able to execute. This time they get a Symmetra to get back to the point.
Wait! Did you download Grammarly?
On näitä mainoksia.
And then Backbone's gonna be a threat. That energy or that DPS gonna charge up over time, but you don't have Fielder if you're the DallasFuel. And contract to keep people up with the Coalescence. You have very limited heals available from both sides. The Sound Mirror, though, connects. The London Spitfire now just chase down the remnants of Fuel, especially Honbin back on the Junker Queen. Just hoping to shout and race to the point in time. Here, the turret set up from Backbone. Not sure you even know where that teleport is going. It's actually on the other side of the point. So London are trying to surround Fuel, but that late sound barrier from Chio was such a boon. This was enough to ward away the storm. The DallasFuel will take round 1.
London started off playing that so well, and then not so well. I mean, they had so many opportunities, like big ultimate combos to put that game away, and they just let Dallas hang around. Dallas clutched up, won a lot of these fights. They chased Hanbin for so long there at the end when he was on the Junker Queen that like they ended up like just having one player on the point.
Kattokas, DallasFuel pisti
Had like Hottie and another player. I think maybe
puhelin pois. Onrek ihan oikeesti. Siellä vaan otetaan puhelin pois. No puhelin pois, jos ei Onrek halua.
That moment, which allowed Dallas to just, you know, kill those players, and then there was
Katsotaan
really no
sitten ainoastaan
opportunity for
chatti.
London at the end.
Ja tätä peliä sitten ainoastaan.
I feel like a small advantage too is the presence of Fielder on the Ana. Khan swapped over to
Ai
the
ai
Blur as
ai
they
ai ai.
do so. Those
Nyt tuli
Coalescences
kyllä
not lasting
ihan
the whole
hirveä juttu. Aika
much
mala
longer than
paikka.
2-3 seconds.
Aika mala
Forced
paikka.
wall from Backbone just to stop the entry of Fuel, but somehow found an isolation onto Edison, who probably teleported into Dojo. And that 5v4 is enough for Well, points aren't unlocked, but enough for Fuel to just wait a second for their 5th member.
And now Dallas will put away the Sombra. Okay, so let's see. They're gonna
Se Onrek, mä olin tekemässä vaan TikTokia. Mä olin tekemässä vaan TikTokia. Sä et voi kieltää multa ja mä on striimin muista. Huomenna se.
And then Lucio Batista. So this is like they want to get really aggressive and brawl out. Like get right around.
Nyt tuli kyllä, mulle tuli kyllä hirveän paha mieli tästä asiasta, mutta ei voi mitään. Mutta London pistää kyllä nää ihan nyt solmuun, paitsi jos nyt sais. Oho, DallasFuel hyökkää. Ne hyökkää ihan suoraan sisään.
Yeah, there's no shields to stop a shatter, to help anyone if they're walled off or frozen. So Hanbin is going to have to get some major value with the knife pull, just like he did now. Forces out the ice block from Backbone after the pull. But now as DallasFuel are kind of giving up space, they re-enter. Hadi tries to shatter back to his own team. Left with Fuel with a small advantage. Ant Matrix set up on the point. Just try and burst through Hadi's shield, who's using the presence of the pillar to just hide from the damage, but it's not going to be enough. Spitfire really just stalling things out so they can extend the lead that they do have up to 43 before the flip.
And you just see how aggressive they can get with the Immortality field, where Fielder drops it down. Hanbin and Edison playing inside of it. If you're a Reinhardt, like against a
No, voidaan me pistää, jos te haluatte sen pelin nähdä, mutta mä en tiedä, antaako YouTube mulle siitä vasta bännit. Jos te haluatte nähdä peliä, niin sanokaa. Voidaanhan me pistää peli tähän taustalle. Okei, no jos ei anna, niin no sitten. Koska mä en ollut yhtään varma. Joo, mä tajusin kyllä, Onrik, että sä sanoit, että tajusin, että laita. Mä tajusin kyllä sen, mutta... Hetki pieni. Ups, väärä. Ois pitänyt tehdä ennen tätä, kun tämä striimi alkaa, mutta tehdään se nyt sitten. Tuodaan tuo Logitech eteenpäin. No niin. Nyt teidän pitäisi nähdä.
Play the Immortality field like that's like probably one of the worst fights you can probably ever have. Is London. They look to regroup here. Let's see what they decide to do.
Eli siis DallasFuel ja London Spitfire. Peliä katsotaan.
Backside. Looks like Maywall's coming out from both teams. Oh, Doha.
Pistääköhän Doha varmaan nyt? Ei se vielä pistä shatteria.
And just got backhanded by Hadi. You can't be that close, and you gotta be quick with the ice block.
Mutta kyllä se Junker Queen vaan voittaa. Mut Edison kyllä pisti myös ton. On nää kyllä. Hei, muistakaa ihmeessä tilata kanava vielä nyt. Tästä nyt niin ja noin. Tässä muuta. Mitä mieltä tuotte OV2, kun se tulee? Onrek, ei tarvii vastata, mä tiedän sun vastauksessa. tästä hyvästä mut voidaan bännätä varmaan. Se on hankkia oikeesti YouTube Premium.
It's a good dodge on the Blizzard, and Hottie looked like he was trying to go on the other side where people were escaping to get a shatter, but knew that Edison had Wraith and didn't want to get jebaited like he did on Night Market. So we have London sitting in
They're wasting
Dojo.
a lot of time, London here. Like, you know, now they're gonna start moving back the other way. That's a reverse pin back towards the spawn. They get the kills here, but still they've given up an extra probably like 15-20%.
I don't know if Hanbin was chasing a kill. I don't know why he was all the way over in Mega. I missed that part, but the rest of his team were on the point. So that was London realizing that, isolating and conquering, as that's a long-range pin. And after that one mistake alone, London get the flip.
Yeah, I don't think, I think Hanbin thought that they were going to trap those other players inside and that Hottie wasn't going to be able to make it out and then maybe go and spawn kill the players coming out. But Hottie just ended up just charging right out of the doorway and get all the way across the bridge. Pin Hanbin out, but this is going to be really difficult for London. You have the rampage here for Hanbin. An opportunity to just close it out. Oh, nice shatter!
He canceled it! He canceled it with the shatter! Oh my god, no rampage for Fuel, and Hanbin is not looking so good. He's getting frozen up. He can't even disengage because of the slows from Backbone. Now both tanks have been removed. It's up to Edison or even the Spark or EMP. Do you want to invest it? London, I mean, they gotta wait for an opponent to show up, and Fuel, I think, are reassessing the plan. They have Hanbin on the Zarya, and they're hanging out.
Bänniä tullut.
Now as Hanbin goes back to Queen. So we'll see. They do have a Death Blossom here to use, but a lot of ultimates for the London Spitfire and a lot of good ones. Is that they force out the Backbone Ice Block there, and looks like you'll have one player get in and contest. What is that?
No niin, nyt tuli Spikerilta EMP, niin nyt Spitfire pistää. No niin. Toi oli hyvä. Sparkerilta kyllä oli hyvä tuo EMP.
And I think it's really important they win this map because I don't know how many more maps you can actually get away with running this type of setup on with the Reinhardt in the mix. Like Lijiang Tower is like really perfect for this type of stuff, regardless of the meta. Like you can still kind of run it. Where you move to a different type of map, like a Circle Royale or a
Joo, tästä näin. Kato, Junker Queen ei ehtinyt itse pistää omaa ultiaan, niin se oli hyvä.
He's just really good with the Wraith timing. And I like that Fuel just brought out their own Mei as well, because I felt like Backbone and London were able to just manipulate the map and manipulate their opponent. When you bring your own mirrored Mei, it's a lot more difficult to do that. So, you got the Reinhardt matchup.
The idea here for Dallas is that they just survive longer with the Junker Queen lifesteal, the immortality field, the lifesteal from Reaper, Mei, just kind of how she is as a character. Like, the idea is that they just outlast them in these fights. It just didn't work on that last point, but they get off to a really good start.
Yeah, Hottie, he charged in, had the cancel, but he was in the middle of the whole team, so
no niin, DallasFuel pisti nytten tästä pointista niinku aloitukseen. Mutta kuinka käy loppuosan? Veikatkaa, että saa käydä kattoo YouTubesta.
Towards the door, but it doesn't seem like they want to do that. They want to play a little bit further back. Over here by the point, kind of play the Reaper on an off angle. You get a Mei wall here as they come on in. That'd be great.
I just feel like DallasFuel got so much ult charge, but Chio finally gets punished. He's a bit of a demon sometimes with his wall riding, so it's about time someone was able to poke him down. Now London gonna take this 5-on-4, start rushing on in. The lamp was already used from
just
field,
tätä mä
which
tarkoitin.
saved him only temporarily,
Just
but
tätä mä
London getting the
tarkoitin.
full wipe here is good for in terms of ult
Siis
economy.
London tulee vaan sisään. Ja siis tuo
Khan will actually play the Batiste here too, which is
kaksi.
quite interesting. Now you have a immortality field on the other side.
Onneksi, mitä sä tarkoitat kakkosella?
Way more aggressive, right? He can just start maybe not the charge into the whole other team type of play.
Mitä sä tarkoitat
Get
kakkosella?
pretty aggressive, especially with these shatters.
Juicy fire strike, and he still dodged Edison. He cannot shatter Edison. Thought the rest of the team of DallasFuel were around the corner and they had escaped. Because that's all Hottie has to do is just ignore Hanbin and just mess up everyone behind him. But man, this axe is hurting London. London are very aggressive, but they're not really converting any kills out of it. So DallasFuel's reaction is always deadlier. So Fuel are back on the point. We'll get the objective.
No niin. DallasFuel otti taas.
London, they try and push up. get aggressive. Just doesn't end up working out. Backbone with a quick Widowmaker switch, maybe thinks he can pick somebody off coming out towards the spawn. Doesn't lose much ultimate charge at all for that. So left London, they'll be able to engage maybe with this sound barrier and just kind of bully Dallas off the point.
So how is the sound barrier going to help? Admiral, you got to be on with it. But Rampage, you really want to extend out of the point. It's London that have to kind of make it through this choke. And if you overextend with the Rampage, you can also get Maywalled off. So DallasFuel playing really smart, not over eager. As London go around the Maywall now, Hottie is present on the point. He has Admiral there. He charges out of the Blizzard. And he
mitä tarkoitat sillä on?
From Khan. But DallasFuel's poke at range is still too much, and London disengage and get nothing done on their attack. So it's Fuel one fight away from taking the round and the map.
Yeah, and Hanman wants to hold on to this Rampage, maybe see that sound barrier come out first, and then Admiral also just kind of like holding on to it because doesn't want to invest it before the Rampage comes out. So, see kind of who wins that battle of these ultimates as to be the last kind of ditch effort here for the London Spitfire.
All right, London, last chance. How do you lock everyone down with this Blizzard? The Maywall, Backbone comes out behind, but wasn't satisfied with just the 2 targets. Sound barrier engaged, London speed in, they throw the Blizzard, DallasFuel react there.
Joo, nyt oli hyvä. Edisonilta oli hyvä. Oli hyvä. Nyt kun ne saa vielä ton Lucion pois. No niin. Se oli ensimmäisestä matsista voitto DallasFuelille. Ensimmäinen Dallasille.
Yeah, as it looks like he's just going to be forced back, and that'll be Dallas taking the first map here. And just kind of like we were talking about, where Admiral ends up using the
suoraan seuraavaan, koska mehän en jaksa alkaa odottaa.
Even with that Blizzard in play, I think
seuraavaan Aiken Wall. Juu, just näin. Tää on just tää perus aina. Noniin.
That tracer, right? So you can kind of game plan a little bit around like this roster for London, where maybe
Axe from Sombra, you just get hacked in the middle of your plow trap, you land there like a flat, you know, a potato. So it's not fun to play Hammond, but Winston, you feel like you have a little bit more defense with the shield. But we get to see if some Shacks take a shot. No one's home though.
Okay, so saman tien Widowmaker, mutta se vasta
So we'll actually have almost a mirror matchup where Admiral and let's see. Okay, yeah, so we will have a mirror matchup between these 2 teams in this type of head-to-head, which is interesting because you wouldn't necessarily say like Winston is like meta on this map, or really like almost any map, where D.Va is really kind of you know, outshined Winston in a lot of areas. But both these teams feel a little bit more comfortable with these tanks in running the Winston.
Yeah, there's not this high ground you have to dominate, so I definitely agree, but swapping comps from like point to point to point just messes up your ult charge, and it's better for teams to stick to like one comp, so it's about London kind of doing these short dives. You can see that they're trying to zone away, but Tracers and Sombras, they can just blink and translocate away, so it's hard for Hottie to lock down a target, but Chio overextends a bit. Hottie thought he had the opportunity, Chio shield dashes out, and London without Shax, it's up to kind of Backbone and Shax to almost create these opportunities. Hottie is very careful of not getting slapped and not getting hacked.
Yes, he like kind of jumps up and then like fakes going in to maybe try and bait out like a whip shot or something. He gets control of the high ground, but like neither team really able to find much of anything. That's a huge biotic grenade there from Khan, and they may actually swing it in London's favor.
Sparkle just a little bit ahead of the pulse spawn gain, but it's not enough to get them anything yet. London on their second tick. Fuel, they only have, what, 1 or 2 members around the corner, and the supports are in the building, but no one to really support or heal at the moment, so London will make a quick cap out of that. What I liked about that last fight is Hottie placing the bubble and allowing kind of a safe place for Shax and Backbone to charge up their ults. I think that's why Shax was a little bit ahead there, but London, it's quick.
Yeah, it was a good attack. I think Khan landing that biotic grenade and then being able to take down Fearless. That was really the thing that ended up turning the tide for the London Spitfire in their favor. This next fight's going to be, because that one was so long, everybody's got ultimates here coming into this next one. I mean, you're going to have potentially like 10 going in this next fight.
Tähän Doha menee tekemään. No siis
from Backbone, which just gets
no Backbone ei.
Finish it off, and you lose
Mitäs Fearless? Winston on ympäreensä pumppii siellä.
Kind of reminds me of the EMP from Hisu. You're just only focusing on the supports wherever they're hiding and don't care about anyone else. The thing is that Fuel are running a Brigida, so you shield bash, you flail. It's enough for Sombra to not be able to assassinate your Ana. This would be a lot. Oh.
Hadi
Hadi will be taking a
sinne.
break here.
Oh, he's gonna go right back into it though. He doesn't care. So that time it looks like you actually got a hack there onto some of the supports for Dallas, but man, Chio and Field are doing such a sick job
Kumpaa te
of keeping each other
supportatte
alive.
enemmän nyt tässä matsissa?
When you
Jos
mentioned comparing
supportatte.
it to Hisu yesterday, I was like, yeah, you know, that is true. Except when we saw Hisu yesterday, he was killing both supports
Puolia vai
right
Spitfireissa.
after, as we didn't see any kills come through, which makes it feel way worse. Where now for London, what you've had a fight here, like 2 fights really. You used 3 ultimates and got like no value out of them. Like, this could set up a pretty good defense for Dallas.
I think kind of that lack of zen is why both teams are struggling to kill things, but Fuel had the better counter dive there, and they're going to anchor the cart. Doha was looking at Admiral and Khan, but in these small range quarters, like, Admiral
Nyt tulee
will make
pulse-pommi.
this
Ei
EMP
saanut
difficult.
tapahtua
Shax
Khaniota
can't connect on the
Admiralilla.
pulse bomb yet,
Liian.
as you had Nano onto Fearless, dives on in. Doha will leave the party, and it's about pressuring London out of this castle, and if you get kills out of it, it's great. Fuel, this will be back-to-back
Fearless
fights for them. London still plenty of time after
Ei
how
tuu
quick
kuolemaan,
they
ei tuu
make point A
kuolemaan.
look,
Ei Fearless
but
ei.
Hadi getting staggered is not helping.
And I think with the way
Yeah,
these
fine.
teams, like the rosters we have in, I don't think you're going to see any changes. Like, especially at this point of the map, where you need the verticality from a tank and like the ability to access high ground. I can't see Hadi going over to the Diva, and you know, not like a, play like Doom. I think into this. I mean, maybe you could.
Oho, no niin, hyvä DallasFuel.
Yeah,
Pistä
the
nyt sen
Dallas
aloitti pistämään.
DPS and even like kind of
Spurky
just,
pistää.
Fearless doing just an insane job of putting pressure onto Admiral and Khan. Where how many times have we seen this far where like Chio and Field are able to keep each other up through like a dive that comes through from like 1, 2, maybe even 3 players? Seems to be the difference of this part of the map.
Yeah, they're doing fantastic. I mean, it's been 2 sleeps on the Hadi, a couple of anti-grenades from Fielder that won them the fight, Chio stopping Backbone from killing Fielder, like you name it, like the support line of Fuel are making it so difficult to run this
He just missed.
Sombra, and I cursed it. There's finally an EMP that works out, and not only that, Chio
Mä vaan sanon, tää
really
Overwatch
trying to
2
salvage
tulee
that,
näyttämään
so no rally
erittäin
this
hyvältä,
fight,
kun mä pääsen tätä
and Fielder
pelaamaan.
is lost in the sauce without them, so London could finally see some progress.
I don't know why I thought it was so funny when Doha jumped off there to try and kill the translocator and just missed and kept on going. It's all right. So London actually can get the cart like pretty close actually completion here. And now that you've lost Gio at the end, like can you contest this? I mean, Fearless have primal, so maybe you want to go out and fight this. Looks like Fearless looking to come out the door. Are we gonna get a touch here? Yup.
At the very least, you can maybe try and draw ultimates from Hadi. You got at least the rally from Admiral. Here's the primal from Fearless. And you can go for environmental kills here, but not while you're slept. And Fuel forgot to just stay on the point. Because you see Chio and Fearless in the middle of brawling. Doha just decloaked now.
Shax.
Maybe he was coming out of spawn, so
That's
Fuel
not-
got a bit disconnected on that
Nyt
whole
DallasFuel on
Yeah,
kyllä
I think
pulassa
Sparkle
nyt
was
taas kerran.
contesting, and then when he loses the 1v1 to Shax, so maybe he doesn't expect to just die there. They have nobody who's able to step up in contest, so London able to
Vähän
take that second
tuo
triple.
miekka
A
tuolta.
little bit under 2 minutes on the clock here. What, you can nano Hadi potentially as well? You get another kill here on a Sparkle, that's huge.
And I think Backbone got the hack on Sparkle, so he couldn't blink out of the Hadi dive, but as Hadi jumped in, he got EMP'd and bursted by Doha, so London had a chance to really snowball point C, and it's back to square one.
It's Hadi goes in, they get that first kill. You think he's going to be able to go into the back line and do some damage, and he just jumps right into an EMP and gets blown up. Not even an opportunity to pop Primal to live a little bit. It's, Shax now kind of taking this 1v1, building up towards their own EMP here is London.
Oh, Shax has been hacked. If you get hacked as a Tracer, you are freaking out. Like, those blinks are so important for your survivability, and Shax falls because of it. Fuel are ahead and not wanting to overextend. They got the 1 kill. They can just kind of chill out, heal back up, and not need to take unnecessary risk, as London's are a bit split from each other as they back away to the main door, wanting to just he can maybe have Hadi dive, bring those supports forward. Hadi dives, he has the primal. Gets, that's Fearless being stuck by a pulse bomb. Fuel trying to stay alive, and they will with the Chio rally as London starts to take over high grounds around them.
Yeah, London.
Mä luon tässä samalla itselleni uutta TikTok-käyttäjää tälle.
Take this type of position, but look at this. I mean, Hadi's only one able to be there as Fearless goes into the back line.
Hadi didn't even need to pop the primal, but he does to just create space. There was someone in his backline. He had to go and deal with that. So EMP from the DallasFuel hits most of London, and already 2 fall. It doesn't seem like we're going to see the end of Point C if you're a London Spitfire fan. Doha and friends just looking to execute. The last members of London hiding away. Admiral gets booped away from the touch, and that will be all she wrote for this attack of London.
Yeah, it's a nice EMP from Doha when London's like trying to come around the corner, and then Fielder with a biotic grenade. I think it connects with Hadi and then one other player. I think it may have been Backbone. They follow up and get those kills straight away. So, see how things go for Dallas on their attack, as they'll be on that side shortly. Seems like we have a little bit of a pause. I think I saw Sparkle leave the game, so need to get him back in the lobby. But London, pretty good offense, right? They have a good point A. Their point B got like stalled out for a little bit, but there towards point C, they made pretty good progress with the time they had remaining.
I think Fuel's whole playstyle, from the Junker Queen meta to this meta, has just been waiting for the other team to act first and always acting second. We kind of saw that on Lijiang Tower of London's rush approaching, not being able to do anything, and as they're running away, DallasFuel are killing them. It feels like that's how they also assessed point C, of always waiting around the corner. You never saw Fearless really jump first. It was always London maybe getting a kill first, but DallasFuel always striking better and striking second. So I think that kind of made London a bit eager. You even saw Hadi like pop the primal just to go and try to do something, but him going in alone, like you never saw like the double flanker of London actually go and double flank. So it was really tough for them to get around point C.
Yeah, it's not being able to make it around those corners. I think like, especially running the Winston there, he's just so susceptible to, once the hack comes through, just getting blown up instantly. And we kind of saw that where London, they were able to get a pick at the beginning of one of those fights. They had sent Hadi in, EMP, and there's just so much damage. He's dead before he even hits the ground. It's really difficult, and I think that's why you see teams going more towards the Diva, where defense matrix, a little bit more sturdiness, like survivability, being able to get in and out a little bit faster than Winston. So I think that's kind of why you see teams going towards that, and you see where Winston's kind of struggles are.
Let's compare both Sombras, because especially it's difficult for Sombras to pop off when there's a Brigida babysitter. I think kind of like when I pointed out that that Hisu value we saw from Toronto yesterday, it was also because they were facing a Zen Ana and not a Brig Ana, and that's why you're seeing those differences in the at least efficiency of the Sombras. And at least London have been leaning either Backbone or Sparker. This time it's Backbone. And Shax versus Sparkle is an even matchup, but yeah, the Brigidas are doing a really good job of protecting your Ana, because that's your primary role.
Heti seuraava round.
You know what, I don't think London.
No niin, DallasFuel pääsi nopeasti liikkeelle.
I mean, that was... They just kind of like stood there at the joke. The bubble was a little bit late, or it was either Fielder actually made it inside of the bubble and hit the nade on Hadi. And once he's like hacked and antied at that point of the game, and you have everybody there in that close quarters, Chio's swinging on you with the Brig, nothing you can really do. Nice hack there.
Yeah, these hacks have been focusing the Tracers a lot, and Sparker could blink away. And if Shax and Backbone can connect on those hacks and the chase downs, that's gonna be massive.
Ei, Shaxi.
Toi
ei oo enää reilua, että se tuu tonne noin. Hetkinen.
Or vice versa, go after Fearless in Shax's case, so.
Näittekö tekin ton? Kattokaapa. Kattokaa, se on hacked. Se pisti sen kuplan. Sitten vielä hyppää. Noin.
Go after Hadi or vice versa, go after Fearless in Shax's case, so.
And even though you don't lose your abilities for that long, with the new hack, it's still enough to make a difference on like a Tracer's. Really, when the Sombra is getting that extra damage buff as well, right? You're taking a little bit of damage from the Sombra from one side and Tracer from the other, and not being able to recall for that like second or whatnot.
Hyvä, nyt oli hyvä pullu se pommi, mutta ei. tarvii oikeesti se juttu premium.
Pulse bomb could have hit. I know Khan was caught lacking. He was throwing down a sleep, but kind of needs something to open up this fight as Fuel have to jump up, and their DPS, Sparkle, Doha, kind of have to go through Castle, find a moment for this EMP. It hits all four of London, and they're dismantled. What coordination between Doha and Fearless, who starts to jump immediately, not even needing to use the Primal 2. London just exploded.
Yeah, as now you can actually hold that Primal for this end of the point, right? He can use it at the door to prevent them from even coming out, maybe get a kill out of that. You have a rally to use here as well towards the end of the game as Fearless actually sees players going towards the high ground. They get Admiral really low.
Yeah, when he gets dove on, he likes to pop that rally. Last time he made the mistake and I think got it canceled. Now Chio using his rally to keep the attack trucking. Does send Hottie away, who did get hacked. He has the Primal, so he's okay. He's just kind of keeping an eye on Admiral and Khan, but now here the cart is sailing away.
Okei.
Chio and Fearless
Okei,
on
DallasFuel
it.
on aika lailla voiton puolella nyt tässä.
From the castle to this point. EMP from Backbone. DallasFuel in trouble, especially with Fielder being harassed by Shax. A pulse bomb
Mikä pommi mukaan.
but the execution still goes through.
En ois kyllä uskonut, että tuo olisi osunut. Osuiko se ollenkaan?
I think if Fielder's actually able to live there, there's potential that Fearless pops Primal and they try and fight that, but as soon as they lose Fielder, it's better to back up. You still have 3 minutes to get this second checkpoint, like you're so close, and you're gonna have a pretty sweet advantage here, right? With your Primal, Pulse Bomb, and Nano combination.
Hottie? Scaring me a little bit.
Yeah, they just want to try and block the supports, I think, from getting through, but still looks scary.
Just hoping to just sneak to the car and get those last few meters through with a castle rotation, but see if Fuel can reconnect after Hottie tried to isolate some of them. Surely Admiral's going in the water, no? But Fearless doing a good job of just causing a lot of chaos. No kills yet. He's really hoping.
Ai, nyt on kumpi Tracereista voittaa. Shaxi voittaa. Mutta Winston, se jää kyllä nyt Shaxille.
Yeah, Backbone's been really good at getting the
Käy näin.
Tracer, where we haven't really seen that.
Näin pääsi käymään,
Like Doha really trying to focus more on hacking Hottie is he actually gets Hottie here like on a little bit of an exit. So like, can you take advantage of this? I think it's be pretty difficult to get back in time, but still, you may be able to like make a play for the supports here up on the high ground. Maybe like a Nano on the Fearless and you send him in. But I think really Backbone, you gotta, if you're Sparkle, you gotta be a little bit more careful, I think, just kind of track where Backbone's at.
Yeah, I mean, Fuel can either go to the high ground and dominate it like they just did, just deleting the supports, an easy subtraction, or they can just anchor cart and force London to them, and they did step 1 and step 2. Is it successful? Do we have profit? Well, London are trying to contest as much as they can, but this fight seems over. Hottie's still gonna thinks it's winnable, pops the Primal, buying time for Respawns to get back, but he's hacked, he's getting bursted. It's a good anti-nade from Khan to make his job a little easier. And Fuel feel they need to invest the EMP to deal with this, to kill London quick enough before Respawns get back. And I think that was the correct decision. London are gone and Fuel can't be.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was the right idea. When the rally comes out around the corner, you imagine, I think if you're Dallas, you may think Khan actually has a Nano or very close. You want to just kind of put that away there and give yourself a decent amount of time to get this card around the corner. You're also able to hold on to the rally there, where Admiral had to use the rally. Maybe you can use this rally and engage around this corner.
EMP from the defense, and Fuel instantly lose Sparkle. Yet another hack that is just making him impossible to survive.
Ja hei, käykää kattoo tuolta, niinku mä striimin alussa sanoin, niin deskistä löytyy TikTok-kanava nyt sitten. Ja muistakaa tilata se kanava. Muistakaa tilata kanava. Ja pistäkää myös kello päälle, että ette missaa mitään.
They have to push it, Primal plus like an EMP, maybe this Pulse Bomb from Sparkle, if it's good enough. Like just like one really good ultimate, like one good
10 metriä jos saavat vielä, niin sit tos.
Doha's already had the
voitto.
translocate back, so that'll take him
Tää on 11 metriä.
second to kind of get
about.
set up and just do some
Vähän
scouting
lailla.
too, because you don't see around this corner, you don't know where the supports are, you don't know what cooldown's
Nyt
been
tuli
used,
nano.
but London's
Instan
gonna strike
sen on,
first and
ei
jump
voi.
in. Hottie Nano as Con gets
nyt.
poked by Sparkle, so London might have just acted first and made a mistake. Just like
Ei,
they did on
muuten,
the point.
hei,
But
kattokaapa.
Hottie gets him
Joku
in
työntää.
fundamentals here.
Joku työntää.
Even with the score, but it's tough to get the good juggles, the ones that he needs.
Jotkut,
As now
ne
they
työnsi
exposed his
sitä.
backline
Ne
is
työnsi
cracked.
sitä.
Hottie decides to fall back. Fearless is
Toi-
keeping the spawn and just
Nyt
kills
oli
him with
kyllä
the
mahtavaa
Fearless gets
pelaamista.
nanoed, healed back the full. The EMP
Nyt
is
tuli-
the cherry on top for the
nyt-
DallasFuel meters
Oisko
away
nytten? Oisko
to
nytten?
that box
Onko
of
se
victory.
nytten?
And it's Backbone that has
Onko
to
se?
stall. Con
Onko se?
has to hit every
Onko se?
single shot, but
Onhan
the
se.
bubble from
Onhan
Fearless
se.
is blocking
On se.
those heals.
Se on.
And
Se on
Alex gets
sisällä.
back.
Se
So
on sisällä.
DallasFuel will go to the box of victory.
DallasFuelille
Head to
tuli
match
taas kerran.
Dallas, it does not matter the
Se on
Ross
2-0
mentioned,
nyt.
they just so well coordinated in there at the end. I mean, we talk about
Heidän
it a
pitää
little bit,
voittaa
like
vielä
how many
1.
teams that actually have Fearless on the bench for a lot of the season. I think you see with his Winston play there, not many. As you know, he gets right into the spawn door, he's able to pick up 2 and just get the cart over the line. As Dallas looks like they really want to secure that number 1 spot.
Mutta hei. Mutta hei. Nyt. Mä uskon, että me voitais nyt lopettaa tää striimi tähän näin. Koska tässä on nyt aika kuitenkin 40 minuuttia mennyt. Tää on eka striimi. Niin mä voisin uskoa, että me lopetetaan nyt tällä kertaa tähän. Kiitos kaikille, jotka oli tässä streamissa mukana, mukaan lukien Onrek, joka kirjoitti chattiin paljon viestejä. Ja hei, tilatkaa kanava ja tykätkää tästä streamistä ja käykää katsomassa Deskistä TikTok-kanava. Se oli sitten varmaan tällä kertaa tässä.